Looking for the best TCL TVs to suit your needs? In this video, we're diving into some of the top options available right now. Before we begin, don't forget to check out the links in the description to find the best deals within your budget. Let's get Number 1. TCL QM8K. The best TCL TV we've tested is the TCL QM8K. It's an impressive TV that delivers amazing picture quality with an impressive selection of extra features. It's one of the brightest TVs on the market, and it handles indirect reflections exceptionally well, making it easy for this TV to overcome glare in most bright rooms. However, mirror-like reflections are visible, so it's best to avoid placing the TV screen directly in front of a lamp or window. This model looks fantastic in a dark room due to its bold blacks, with very minimal haloing around subtitles and highlights. Colors on this model are bright, rich, and incredibly vibrant. Furthermore, highlights truly pop out in HDR content, so this TV provides excellent image quality whether you're watching SDR or HDR content. One minor downside is that its viewing angle is a bit narrow, so although it's suitable for seating at a slight angle, it's not ideal for wide seating arrangements. Not only does this TV offer great image quality, but it's also equipped with a multitude of modern gaming features. It has two HDMI 2.1 ports capable of 4K at 144Hz and 1080p at 288Hz gaming, with VRR support, making it a great option for gamers. Pixel response times are pretty fast for a mini LED model, so you don't have to deal with too much motion blur. For movie fans, it supports Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and every major audio format, so you're totally covered no matter what you're watching. Ultimately, it performs well overall, effectively displaying low-resolution and low-quality content. You could also opt for the more expensive TCL QM9K, which is even brighter than the QM8K. However, the QM8K performs better overall and is more affordable, making it the better option for almost anyone. Number 2. TCL QM7K. The next best TV in TCL's lineup is the TCL QM7K. You obviously have to make some sacrifices by going with a model that's a step down, but you still end up with very good picture quality and the same set of features. While it's a bit dimmer than the TCL QM8K, it's still bright enough to handle glare in well-lit rooms, as long as you don't have direct light sources facing the screen. Black levels aren't quite as good, but blacks still look bold and impressive, especially in darker environments, though there's a bit more haloing around highlights and subtitles. The TV isn't as bright as the QM8K in HDR, but it still delivers bright highlights that stand out well enough for an impactful HDR experience, especially when paired with its vibrant colors. Its viewing angle is just as narrow, so it's best to sit directly in front of the screen for the best experience. On top of its solid image quality, this model offers the same suite of modern gaming features. With two HDMI 2.1 ports, support for 4K at 144Hz, 1080p at 288Hz, and VRR, it's a great choice for both console and PC gamers. It also supports Dolby Vision and HDR10+, and it passes through every major audio format, so you're set if you have a physical media collection. You even get similar processing capabilities as the more expensive model, so low resolution and low quality content still looks pretty good. Number 3. TCL QM6K. Next up is the TCL QM6K, which is a budget model that punches well above its weight class. Even though it doesn't quite match the image quality of the higher-end models, it still delivers an impressive picture that's sure to impress most people. Colors are slightly muted compared to those on the more expensive TCL models, but they remain vibrant enough to avoid appearing washed out. Blacks aren't as bold, but since the TV has a solid local dimming solution, blacks are still deep enough to give solid depth to the image, especially for a budget-friendly option. It gets bright enough in SDR to handle glare in well-lit rooms. However, its lower HDR brightness means highlights don't stand out as much as they should in HDR content. That said, it still provides a decent HDR experience overall. This TV has the same set of gaming features that are found in its more expensive counterparts, including two HDMI 2.1 ports, support for 4K at 144Hz, 1080p at 288Hz, and VRR. It also features Dolby Vision and HDR10+, and supports every major audio format, making it an excellent choice for movie fans who want the widest compatibility. As with other TCL models, the viewing angle is on the narrow side, so sitting directly in front of the screen will give you the best image quality. Image processing is decent overall, but low-resolution content looks a bit soft, and low-quality content is a bit noisy. Still, while the TV's image quality isn't at the same level as the TCL QM7K and TCL QM8K, the QM6K is one of, if not the best, budget TVs on the market. Number 4. TCL QM5K. Although it's a bit more expensive than cheap models from other brands, the Best Buy exclusive TCL QM5K offers the best image quality out of any other low-cost models on the market. The TV has local dimming, so blacks are nearly as deep as they are on the TCL QM6K, albeit with a bit more haloing around highlights and subtitles. It has very similar brightness capabilities to the more expensive model in most picture modes, but it's very dim in HDR when using its dedicated gaming mode, so you have to trade off significant brightness to achieve the best gaming performance. Colors aren't as accurate out of the box, but they have similar vibrancy, so the image doesn't look muted. Its viewing angle is approximately the same, so it's best to stay seated directly in front of the screen for optimal image quality. Even though it has similar image quality to the QM6K, it's lighter in terms of gaming features. It doesn't support 4K at 120Hz or 1080p at 288Hz like the higher-end TCL models. However, it still gives you the option to game in either 1080p or 1440p at 144Hz, which is great for gamers who prefer high frame rates over resolution. It also supports VRR up to 144Hz, minimizing screen tearing. The TV supports HDR10+, Dolby Vision, and DTS audio pass-through, ensuring excellent compatibility. It even has similar processing as the QM6K, which is impressive for a model this affordable.